Alright, good evening everyone. You should be able to hear me, but since this is the first stream in a while, I'm just checking. Good evening everyone. You should be able to Sorry. Alright, let me just switch the the video. We're gonna take that image off and we're gonna be putting a Wargame on. There we go. Alright. Wargame. What I wanted to do for tonight was just go through a couple of replays. I have had two of them sent in, one by Sparky and one called Naval Invasion Gone Wrong. I want to have a look at this one first. Naval Invasion Gone Wrong. See exactly what went wrong there. And see exactly how they could have improved that. Mic is a little loud. Let's put that down a little. Is this better for you guys? There's no stream delay, so you should have instant feedback on that. Alright, what do we have? Gunboat Diplomacy. 25,000 points, so the chance of this being a tactical are fairly low. Naval Invasion Gone Wrong. This thing was sent in, and they were playing Eurocorps. So let's have it looked at from Red 4. Because the Red 4 apparently is the guy, or the side, that didn't really work out. Let's see. We already have one Naval plus AA going here, a second player going Naval. Now on a map like Gunboat Diplomacy, that's not really a bad call. You can go Naval, but you're gonna have to make a push. Because if you're going Naval, then you're usually investing quite a lot of points there. You're going to be looking at an investment of, depending on the type of ships you get, I'd say 160 for a Jiangyu, but you wouldn't bring in one, you'd bring in 2 or 3. It's a double or nothing strategy. And that is the problem. Flavin, no. If you send it in through the website, then that's fine. And I should have gotten that. Let's check the mailbox again. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, got it now. Alright, the US motorized with the Navy SEALs. Yeah, I'll get to that one later. Anyway, we got 2 people going Naval. How many do they have going Town? 10S. Oh, sorry, 105's going there. What are they deploying? Already, this seems to be a problem. These guys have infantry. Possibly reconnaissance infantry. No, it's not just reconnaissance infantry. Look at the veterancy. The veterancy on these units is quite low. These guys are good, the SPW-80s, but these are not. So unless they're spamming a lot of those infantry forces, same here, low veterancy, medium, unless they're spamming a lot of them, it's going to be a pretty rough fight. They're also bringing in a couple of MI-24 Deltas. You can spawn those, or at least I believe, you can spawn those over a fob to make sure they don't have to go through the takeoff animation. This guy at least has the right idea, bringing in elite forces. But I would spawn those over a fob to make sure that they don't have to go through the takeoff animation. You can actually deploy those faster. Who is this? Is this guy? No, it's not. See, if you don't actually communicate where you're going with those, what I'm assuming are Spetsnaz, then it's going to be hard to get a little bit of help from your teammates. And Spetsnaz are very good troops. Let's put that first and foremost. They're very, very good troops at pushing infantry outside of buildings. But against an autocannon, they're worthless. There is one other thing I would change here. Split them up into 2s. If you have these things in dual file like they are right now, and they're not even taking off, this is very, very vulnerable. An ASF or something with a high-end HE weapon could damage them both in one shot. That's a waste. Now, I am seeing a bunch of vehicles move forward. T-62. There we go, T-72 BU. Oh, but he's not elite. Come on, dude. Come on. By the way, initially I said that this was not a 10v10 tactical, but I think I'm wrong. I think this was a tactical, considering the few units that these guys are able to put forward. So there's a very good chance that they... Oh, never mind. This is where his units are. Most definitely not a 10v10 tactical. These guys are putting forward very, very high-end firepower. Sovereimenis, Jiangyu 3s, Hujan, more Jiangyus, Yu Kings with AA infantry inside, or AA vehicles, not quite sure. Now, as for their choice of ships, I really like the Jiangyu 3. The Jiangyu 3, in my book, is the best ship in Wargame that you can get, and here's why. It has really good anti-ship missiles, and it fires 8 of those. Now, they fire 4 per side, so you fire a cluster of 4 of these things. That makes them harder to intercept. Their air-to-air missile is also quite good. They have very good sea whiz, meaning that they're very, very good at defending themselves. And overall, that gun can do damage against both helos and ground vehicles alike, and do a lot of damage. They carry 120 rounds, which means you can keep them firing for 5 minutes straight. Usually that won't happen, but these things do tend to run out of ammo. Sovereign, on the other hand, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. It's a massive investment of 500 points, and while it does have a lot of firepower, it chews through that firepower pretty damn quickly. 9.5 kilometer ship-to-ship missiles, which really, really hit hard. They do 120 points of damage versus the 80 from the Jiangyu 3. Their self-defense is very good, but once the battle moves closer to shore, and let's say up to this point, then your 500 point ship is just not very useful. And they were able to stave off the first wave of attacks, at least so far. I wonder if they can keep that up. That's going to be interesting. See, this is a pretty big investment. We now have 2.5 players go in there. I'm saying 2.5 because we got 2 heavily invested in ships, and 1 is dropping off, well, was supposed to be dropping off AA units. Meanwhile, blue seems to already be, oh damn, they seem to be on the right flank, at the rear, engaging all of the artillery. So far they haven't pushed in that far yet. I don't think they can see everything just yet. And Tunguska M is making short work of that push now. They should have pushed in a little closer when they had the chance. They didn't even get the MSTS. That would have been a good high-value target to kill. Now, down in the middle... Damn, this is not good. No, this is really not good. They have the left side of the map, Ivan. They have a couple of tanks out here, but no AA. They have nothing which is spotting for these tanks, or at least not anymore. The tanks have taken moderate to severe damage, and they are not likely to get resupplies anytime soon. This is also quite interesting. 2 Sea Busters got spawned in, and immediately died, but they did manage to kill 1 ship. If you spawn in Sea Busters on this map, or any kind of surface-to-ship missile, or shore-to-ship, I should say, spawn them in Gregor, or Gulf, whatever it's called for you at that point. Spawn them in here, move them over to the left, and make sure that you stay outside the range, because those ship-to-ship missiles have a range of about 7 clicks. Need to turn up the output for the mic, okay? A little bit more. Let me know if this is any better. Anyway, these ships, if they're this close, they make very short work of those anti-ship missiles, and that's exactly what you saw happen over there. How is your infantry still on board? And why are you dropping them off there? FJBs. Okay, I was not expecting that. Should have checked the nationality. Either James knows something I don't, or he's making some really interesting choices. Yeah, it's LSTR and FJB. Those are both really good units. But I'm not sure what they're doing here. Interesting. Also, putting your helos on the ground. Considering that these guys are not actually taking fire, I'd say that there's not really that much of a risk for AA, at least not coming from that side. But if you fly right into AA missile batteries over there, yeah, that's not really going to work out too well, unfortunately. Let's see what Blue's putting to work. Oh, there's the AA for Blue. That's a Hawk or 3. Yep. It's just the Israeli version, it's the Shanav. Long-range anti-air missilery. Meaning that Red's going to have a hard time defending this side with aircraft. Now, fortunately, these things only carry 9 missiles between the 3 of them. So, if they're out, they're going to be relying on resupplies. And the resupply route for Blue is quite long, having to come in from Gregory. Still, it's tricky having these things over here. Mark II. What the hell? What? Holy shit. Short of the campaign, I have never seen something like this. A quad stack of Kyu, Maru, Shiki. 170 points, super heavies. With an extremely high rate of fire. Pretty good armor. But the holy crap. This is either going to be a rolling force of death, or it's going to be dying very, very quickly. See, countering these things with an ATGM is doable. Countering these things with a cluster bomb at this point is too risky, because we know that they have AA over here, and we know about the Shanavs on this flank, and you can actually see the Shanavs from Red Force point of view. They are taking some damage. Yep, they managed to kill 2. Oh, they're out of fuel. Oh, that's interesting. But this? See, they are being smoked up. But they're not even elite. Not even nearly elite. So this guy just took 2 cards of Kiyomaru Shiki and got the most out of it. But this is weird. What do you guys think about this? This is really unusual. One thing that this could work against is the ships. If you would have the Kiyomaru Shikis close to the shore, you might... Oh, that was expensive. You might be able to take out some ships. But I'm not sure how far this is from the shore. And as such, I'm not exactly sure if the tanks could hit them. Even so, quad stacking super heavies? No thanks. Now, it looks like he's putting up a smokescreen, or somebody else is putting up a smokescreen for him, but he seems to be doing everything in his power to stay outside of the friendly smoke. Might have something to do with the incoming cluster bombs. This is probably going to be raising some eyebrows on Red 4 at this point. I gotta say, it's something I have never seen yet, and I have 1600 hours into this game. Yeah, 2 kills with a 27M. That could work. Could a B5 kill that? No. A B5 does a lot of HE damage, but it does not have the power to go through that much armor. You would stun them for quite a while, though. And you might force the player to bring them all back for repairs. See, if you'd have those in singles, or... Oh, there's the resupply, actually. If you'd have those in singles or duo stacked, if you really want to, you could pull back 1 stack and have the other stack still present a powerful threat here. Moving them in a quad stack, and then hanging them with a B5, you'd get a good bit of damage in. However, you would not be able to kill them all off with 1 go. How about the left? Yeah, they're shit out of luck. This was the failed naval invasion. They did try to push in. They did have very good support from the Sovereign Many and the Jiangyu 3. But this is what I meant. This guy just got hit by a couple of anti-ship missiles being fired from deep inside of Boris. I think that the Jiangyu 3 got hit and detonated so violently. You can still see it here, I think. No, that's not the Jiangyu. Where did you guys go down? One of them got hit so bad that it detonated, and that explosion took the Sovereign Many with it. End of story. And that was 500 points for your Sovereign Many, and another 170, I think, for the other one. So yeah, that's 670 points with an investment of maybe 160. That was a really good return. Unfortunately, it cannot use those anti-ship batteries again. Now the Kiyomeros are taking damage. Did this guy actually smarten up and... Nope. He lost one. I thought he would have separated one Kiyomero Shiki, but it's just another player operating with a Kiyomero Shiki. Now, interestingly, we do have one with a grenade launcher here. If I was blue in this position and operating a deck which has access to Japanese tanks, I would be bringing the... what are they called? The Nanasen Shikis. The tank 60 points with a grenade launcher on it. That would be doing far more damage than an investment of this much. See, there goes one. Unfortunately, the Su-25 that flew in is also dying. I'm not sure if they were able to kill any tanks with it. Or kill any AA. Maybe. Still. Now the smoke is down, but what do they have to spot? One group of reconnaissance infantry here. Holy crap, look at this guy going ballsy. That's one tank less. The second one nearly survived. And this guy did a barrel roll to avoid some AA. Yeah, that was the AA. That was a Cortal. Look at this guy go. Still avoiding Cortal fire. 8 anti-tank missiles left, and he's being evac'd. But not without doing a fair share of damage there. Calling in an Su-25T is 200 points. Killing off one Kiyomero Shiki is 170 points, so it just needs to kill a little bit more. And he made break even, and then it's only going to go up. Hold on. I'm not sure what this 912 was doing, but he might have been trying to firebomb the Leopard 2A5. HE bombs. Ooh, close call. Nope, too close. Firebombing a Leopard. Not going to work out too well. Scores, 5,500 blue, 4,700 red. So we're still quite close. Terrain-wise, though, blue has more sectors. And as such, more income. Red does have Anna, though. So we got 4, 3, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20 for blue per tick. And 5, 9, 12, 16 for red. So red currently is not actually keeping up with blue. That might not be becoming obvious too soon. But eventually they're going to feel it, because blue will be able to put out more and more units. Oh, that killed one of the Exocets. And that killed another Exocet, I think. Yep, that's the second Exocet down. So how did they spot those? Was it the T-55 spotting that? Because that would have been impressive. Jiangyu 3's maneuvering. Seems to be taking cluster missile fire. Possibly from an Atacams. Yeah, definitely from an Atacams. Yeah, I think that this lack of income is going to break up Red 4. As for their units, they have reconnaissance, Rozvedka, special. Yeah, so the right flank does have recon. It has AT, it has AA. Does not have tanks. They push in with autocannons and grenade launchers at medium range, then these infantry units are going to have a really bad time. They do have some T-72As, But that's about it. If blue figures that out, they're going to be in trouble. Holy crap, that's ballsy. Are you really trying to get into range of those reconnaissance units? Yep. Getting them killed too. Oh, and here's our legendary SU-25T again. And he missed. Gun runs the second, kills it, and kills the other one. Takes one hit. Gets stunned. Oh crap, an eagle on him. Yep, unfortunate. I'm seeing some really ballsy plays here. It's moving AA very, very close. It's countering AA with an SU-25T. It's... They're definitely interesting plays. Still an 800-point difference between red and blue. Yeah, red has a slight reconnaissance deficit on the right flank now. They definitely have their main area well protected. And blue does not have the capacity to flank around them here and try to spot them. There's no insurgencies happening here. There's just no room. Raven doing business here. Finds a couple of AA units. These ROMs are active. Now he's being informed that he should turn them off. The Raven is informing him too. But in a much, much more violent manner. Two Patriots moving into position. Crotals. More Daps coming in. They really want these helos dead. They're gonna get it too. Guys, double stacking units. Something about double stacking units. Still though, these Daps just flying in. Interesting. Hold on, is that spec'd? Like from my Discord spec'd? Because that would be interesting. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure if the SU-25T took out only one Kiyomarashiki or both. The Crotal. Why is it a good unit? The Crotal has some really good range. It's not too expensive and it's fast. Unfortunately, it only carries 4 missiles. But with those 4 missiles at long range, you can take out most helicopters before they get into range. If I'm not mistaken, they have a range of 3325, which means that they outrange every HGM helicopter in the game, bar none. So they're able to take out everything before a helo gets too close to you. Maximum anti-helo range? Yeah, I think so. I think that the Crotal has the best anti-helicopter range in the game. This one is the same. Fires a completely different missile, but the Tunguska M with those long-range 3325 meter missiles, those can also swap blue for helos before blue gets into range. Yeah, they're good at sniping high value. I wouldn't put them on the main line. Let's say if this is your main line front line, then this Tunguska is in a very good spot, because anything that threatens the front line can very easily get swatted by the Tunguska. However, this guy with the Tunguska is making one mistake, and that's keeping his radar system turned on. You need to disable the main gun on the Tunguska. Crotal does not have that problem. It looks like they're scouting out a little bit with these transports, seeing what blue has in here. That's a good tactic, because these guys are basically throwaway units at 50 points. And it seems like blue does not have that much here. Some units. Shaitat 13, a couple of IFVs. Yes, this is the one that I meant. This is the one that I would have wanted, well, not like that, on the front line to help out my infantry units. Because those things with the grenade launcher and the rapid firing gun can make short work of infantry and their vehicles alike. Unfortunately, they don't have a lot of armor. And because of that, they are, as you may have seen, pretty easy to kill. Unfortunately, this is it? No, that's Kiyu. It did present its side armor, which made it even easier to kill for the Conquerors over there. Not a whole lot going on in the water. How many players do we have on this flank? From red. This is 105. This is the lead guy, Slima. And not the lead guy as in points, but the lead guy as in the one that I'm following. And I just picked the first guy I spotted, not any particular pick there. That's 3, 4... 5 Welsh guy, 6. Why are you pushing? Is that because they're... No, they did just get bombed. They were about to. But they didn't know that back at the time. 7,000? Yeah, they're 1,000 points apart. Red's gonna have to pull some sort of trick if they want to speed this thing up and actually win it. Rick surrendered. That's a blue 4 player, interestingly. Not sure what happened, because I don't see him suddenly losing a ton of units. Maybe he disconnected for some other reason. How do you see units info in the replay? You hover over them and you press I. The moment I take my cursor off of them, they disappear though, so you have to keep your cursor over them and press I again. Otherwise, it just disappears. Why would I want Steel Division? I don't know. I personally did not like that game. It just didn't click for me. Maybe I was too heavily invested in Wargame and the mechanics of that, and Steel Division was just too different. I don't know. For me, it didn't quite work out. I'm still getting updates from Eugen about Steel Div 2. But so far, I'm not exactly motivated to be playing that. So don't expect that game on my channel anytime soon. I'm going to have to look at some videos first before I want to invest in making videos on that. What's my favorite Red 4 minor nation? East Germany has some really good infantry, like the LSTR. And the other one, I think, are the Czech with the Formosa. I really like the Formosa with their grenade launchers. Those in tandem with... Oh, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not really good with the Red 4, let's say, Eastern Bloc names. But they have a really good combination. And that combination can go through infantry and vehicles alike. But it might be that you need an Eastern Bloc for that, and not just one nation. What is this guy doing? I think he might not be paying too close attention to his mortar. There's not a whole lot going on at the moment, so let's speed it up a little. See if we can spot any trends. So far it seems to be heavily dug in. Oh, not too heavily. Jangir 3 just went down. Mix surrenders, that's another blue 4? Blue is winning. I'm not sure if these guys... Yeah, he warp surrenders. That's a red 4. Yeah, that's definitely spec'd, scouting with a longbow. Now, a naval invasion on this flank, as was their initial goal, you can do that. It's not easy to pull off, but you can do it. However, it requires a concerted effort of, I'd say, 4 players. Because you need 2 players, maybe even 3, going right over here. 2 of them with ships. 1 with air cover, to make sure that not a whole host of anti-ship planes can come in and kill your very, very expensive ships. And 1 player who deploys the landing force. The naval player shouldn't go in just with the Sovereign and Jangyus. They also need closer support ships. And unfortunately, red doesn't do those too well. Blue does. Blue has a couple of very good close support ships, like the SRB-90H with those Hellfires. Aside from that, I'd say I'd want to have one player going in here and taking a tank rush going right across the bridge. Because then you're putting a lot of pressure on this flank. And most players either turtle up here, or they invest their forces in Fedor and beyond. Because they want to get that town, they want to start pushing across, and this is mostly where the action is. I think this is where most of the points are gained in this game. Or on this map, that is. Can I check the donation message, please? Yes. I'm still working on setting this up. I think it worked, didn't it? Or is it somehow not showing what it should? Let me check that. What is it that... Yeah, I didn't see any pop-ups. Okay. The event lists, which is the thing where you should see the donations, is on top. Didn't work, sent you a replay. Okay. I guess that doesn't quite work yet. I could add this, I think. No, never mind. I'm not going to be doing that during the stream. That's not a good thing. I'll test that off screen before I do another stream. Let's see. Blue seems to be pushing back in the meanwhile. They have 7 minutes left. They have 2,500 points lead. Oh, why are you pushing back with one ship? Against the Lafayette. Here's my problem with that. 1, you won't see the Lafayette until it's too late. 2, the Lafayettes are really good at shooting down ship missiles. And 3, this thing only carries 3 ship-to-ship missiles. And then is forced to revert to the AK-176, which is a 76mm gun, doing very little damage against something the size of Lafayette. The Lafayette, in the meanwhile, has a spotting advantage and is going to be dishing it out with that main gun. You can see he's also posing a very big threat to enemy aircraft, because you'll barely see this thing before it shoots you down. If you want to tackle a Lafayette, bring in something bigger. Something like a Jiang Yu 3 could work. Go in with a gunfight first, so disable your ship-to-ship missiles. And once you've done that, then you can pummel it down. Hopefully get a radar hit, so you can see radar disabled. And once the radar's disabled, then you turn sideways, you turn on your ship-to-ship missiles, and then you sink it. That's how I would tackle that threat. What's that? That's a Monitor 105. With napalm, if I'm not mistaken. No, never mind. It's a 105. It's not a Zippo. But they are seeing the Strela over here. And the command unit... Oh. This is interesting. This means that the Lafayette is mobile. It's moving around. The question is, where did it go and where did it come from? Yep, now it's stable. If your zone's not being contested, it's mobile. If it is being contested, both your vehicle and their command vehicle are stable. So we can see that the Lafayette's once again on the hunt. Or it's just doing laps. I don't know. It doesn't really have a lot of room to maneuver there. There it is. It's trying to make a push. Trying to get the Tarantula out of the way by the looks of it. They're trying to drop a Tarantula with a Nighthawk. Interesting. They're getting a kill on it too. King also took a big splash to him there. This is not going to work out too well for the King over here. There's nowhere to go. And I believe the Kings... Yeah, they do look like they have a grenade launcher, or sorry, a rocket launcher on them. But it only fires smoke. It doesn't fire anything else. That's something else that I didn't see here, by the way. Smoke screens. If you use your U-Kings to do a landing, make sure you put down a smoke screen somewhere over here. Because if the enemy does, in a panic, call in some anti-ship missile units, so anti-ship missile batteries, they won't be able to fire, at least not immediately. Once they come out of the smoke, they have a little bit of time to acquire, and in that time you can immediately shoot them with your ships. Oh. They're going all in. See, this guy I like. I don't like him sailing this close together, but they're elite ships. The Oliver Hazard parries, bit of a mixed bag. Good at shooting down helicopters. Not very good at dealing with enemy ships. Yes, they have a 76, they have medium sea whiz, but they fire those missiles from the launcher that you see on the bow. Let's see if I can get a good look at it. There. That thing. If you'd see an Oliver Hazard parry in real life, you see that it takes the missiles from the magazine down here. So this thing will point straight up in the air, a missile is loaded, and then it swivels it horizontally, works the elevation, and then fires it. Utente. Yeah, well, I don't think you're such an idiot. I don't think you had enough information on what was going on here. I didn't think I could conquer the sector in my Lafayette and thought the enemy CV was moving around. It was, in fact, not moving around. Well, slightly at this point, but we're 45 minutes in. You just didn't have enough info. If you'd have dropped off reconnaissance infantry here, you could have killed it. And your team would have got another 4 points of income. Especially if you move your Lafayette further, or a little bit further here, so that you would intercept any sort of unit coming down here. Again, you do need a bit of reconnaissance. Starting random forced fires here on the island. Yeah, that's not quite going to work out. I mean, it's not a bad idea. It is not a bad idea. He's definitely trying it. The King of War 29. Moving your ship around to search for the enemy CV. If it's over here, good luck spotting that. Because you cannot really see it too well with all the vegetation there, but there is a little bit of an incline over here. Unlike World of Warships, radar does not penetrate the island. So you would not be able to find that command vehicle. Now, 60 seconds left. It looks like blue is not going for a Hail Mary push. Red's not going for a Hail Mary push. That's usually what you see in these last couple of minutes. It's just fuck it, send everything. And those fuck it, send everything moments can definitely make a difference. Because they were 2,500 points apart, and now they're 1,000. If red is able to kill a couple more units from blue, that could still sway the game. Especially if you start killing high-value targets. Or, I don't know, quad stacks of Q Marashikis. That could do it. That could do it. I'm surprised I don't have cancer with all the radar I see in warships. Well, World of Warships has a bit of a different issue at the moment. But I won't get into that. Anyway, yeah, this is definitely spec'd. This is definitely spec'd. As for red, who was feeding, if any? This guy was feeding a bit. 800 points, 400 points, 500 points. Ooh, look at this. I'm not sure what he'd been playing, but I think artillery, actually. Or he was micromanaging his units to great expertise of losing only 85 points. That's either artillery or excellent use of your units. 1,300, 500 points. Yeah, they were all feeding a little bit. It's not like you have one person who is fucking it up for everybody, fortunately. Okay. Let's see about other replays. Let's check the mailbox real quick. Did you guys send in any new replays, yes or no? Let's see. Yep, there's one. From Archduke. Meme game. Okay, this is going to be good. If you call this, or if you write in the replay that this is going to be a meme game, then you better make that claim and back it up. Archduke, can you check the rights for that file? Because it is supposedly inaccessible for me. Just send me a new link and I'll have a look at it. Alright, in the meanwhile, let's see what else we have. We have this game with Sparky. This was supposedly a good game too. It is, however, again, on this map. Alright, I'll let you guys pick. Would you like to see blue or red or both? Just write blue, red or both in the comments and I'll switch to whichever view you like. Both. Red. Since Sparky's in chat, Sparky, what kind of decks were being used? Because I'm seeing at least one Israel. A Rover KPV is, I think, British, if I'm not mistaken. C2 Maxis, so that would be a Canadian. Both. Okay, I'm gonna stick to just neutral view as is. Now, I'm supposing that these guys were on Discord or TeamSpeak or something similar together. Ways to Eat Spy, Sparky, Metzger, and Rip versus Primus, Tuna, Gaza, and Mercury. It's a conquest game. Oh, that could make it more interesting. You need to see more pushes in here. Interesting. Again, Naval. I wonder what they're going to be doing with that. Now, because they're on Discord together, you'll see fewer attack markers. This is both logical and a bit risky. Because you could say, I'm going to India. But India consists of both this town over here and these towns over here. So which part of India are you going to? Even if you are communicating on Discord or a similar platform, I would always recommend setting attack markers or text markers, just to make sure that you're in proper coordination and where you're going. Because you never know. Miscommunications in this game can be deadly. We got Gaza going here with defense. Let's see what's he bringing. Concourse on a vehicle. Okay. T-72M, Strela. He's probably still spawning in reconnaissance units because one would be a little on the low end. Mercury says got it, so he's probably going to send his command unit over there. Let's see. What else do we have? What's being countered on the left? I am not sure if this counts as an actual road. I don't believe it is. So these units are a bit out of position. Because if you're going to fast move these, then they're only going to take... Well, they're going to have to go back to the road, move to about here, and then disengage again. I don't believe that this is classed as a road. Well, we're about to see. Markov 3, what are you doing? Yeah, this is not a road. See, for the Hammer, it doesn't matter. These things can just go straight on. Metzger is going here. I'm hoping he goes over there, but we'll see. Sparky's going in here. What's Sparky bringing today? Bisons and Stalwarts. Definitely Canada. But not just Canada, it's Commonwealth. Look at that. It's not even a tactical when he's going on all sorts of elite units. If I'd be guessing, I'd say Marines or Gurkha. Stalwarts, so that's medium-ish AGGMs. Bisons, elite. Oh, what are they called again? They're not JTF2, but they're similar. Oh, they're going to run into a bunch of raketas. That's not going to be pleasant. Good move here. How fast he's getting here. These Milan 2s. And they're engaging the AA. That's the first target. There we go. That's one AA less. Highlanders. Oh, nice. Going with Highlanders here. Dex used Commonwealth Moto, Scandinavia General, Israeli Armored, and something else. Okay. I have to have a look at a straight to the point replay. They're claiming it's really 4 minutes. What? How do you win on straight to the point in 4 minutes? That I want to see. That is really, really fast. How do you do that? Is that some sort of gigantic helo rush? Would that do it? Alright, so what's red bringing? Oh. Okay. Oh, they're being countered too. This is going to be an interesting standoff. Congo, Sovremeni. Sovremeni, 8 forward-facing launchers. Congo, 4 to the port, 4 to the starboard. You can see them over there. Harpoons hit way less hard than the missiles that you have mounted on the Sovremeni. 80 versus 120. This thing has, I believe, 250, 250. They have equal hit points. ECM 20, ECM 40. CWIS very good. CWIS very good. This is going to be a standoff. There's going to be a clash at some point. But right now the clash is happening here. What's going on with the standoff in Charlie? Medium tank, AT, AT. These are fairly mediocre AT weapons, by the way. Now you don't need to invest something massively. You don't need to invest a massive amount of units over here. But still, I would probably bring the advanced version of the Conkers. Why am I streaming only in 60 FPS when in 60 FPS when my videos are at 30 FPS? Good question. I will have to check my Bandicam settings. Probably don't have something configured properly over there. Never actually considered that. Now, it looks like a standoff here. The Milans are out of missiles, but they're still alive. That's impressive. Red is leading with a +2. That's because... blue. What happened here? What happened here? Where are blue CVs? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So... this command vehicle over here shouldn't be there. It should have been an Echo. Once they drop off this command, blue's going to have a +1. Red's going to have to push them out of Gulf. And aha. Here's another difference. Okay, something went wrong with the Sovremeni here because it only launched 1 missile. It launched an uneven amount of missiles. You make sure that you have those things enabled, usually manually, or at least that's how I do it. I only want to turn these things on when I know that I can hit something, so when the enemy radar is disabled. If it's not disabled, if you have 2 Pohangs in a Congo, yeah, good luck. Good luck trying to kill that. And see, the Congo isn't even firing its harpoons, because it's just trying to gun down the Luda. Which, with 150 hit points for the Luda, is going to take a while. So we'll just let those guys beat each other for a bit. Okay, +2 for blue. Somehow, these ships are classed as moving. They're not. But somehow they're classed as moving. If you see something like this happening, and these are your ships, click on one of them and press E, or stop. That will neutralize alpha and make sure that blue has a +1, not +2. That's the difference. Okay. Right flank. How are they doing? Panzerbill, Foskamjäger from RIP took a bit of a hit. Looks like they're skirmished against something. Mercury put a pretty expensive unit over here. It has all of its ammunition remaining, so it didn't actually engage anything. But this can easily be taken by something far, far cheaper. Reconnaissance unit, something like AA, something like that. This, I'd say, compared to that, this would be the better option. This is 9 times more expensive than a simple AA bus. Red's making a push across the river here. Good move. Just to probe what blue has. And the fact that they're able to get here and not be attacked, or at least they're surviving their push across the water here. That's interesting. See, I doubt that they'd be able to do that here, because the Milans would probably pick them off from over here or that building. The Pathfinders would definitely see them. And I think Rip forgot about these Volksskirmjäger. And because of that, well, he is not in a position to spot whatever Red could be sending towards that forest. It's generally not that big of a risk, I've found. I mean, I've tried doing pushes on this little forest here. I've been on the receiving end. There's not that much that Red or Blue can send across the water. Because I believe none of the tanks are amphibious. Although I'm not exactly sure with the STRV-103. But the only thing you'd be able to float across is infantry, HEGM infantry, medium IFVs, something like that. And some AA units. AA over here is a pest. Anything else is not that impressive. It's not that big of a risk. Okay. Blue is now maneuvering out of Alpha, having lost 1 Pohang. Now being on the receiving end of 3 looters and the Sovremeni. And a resupply coming in, and another looter coming in. I'm not sure how much Blue can see. Let's have a look. Yeah. Blue can see that the enemy has 1 Sovremeni and 4 looters and a resupply. This is all Tuna. Tuna 53. I'm not sure if he picked his username to go out on the water, but we'll leave that as a separate discussion in chat. This means that this guy has invested a lot of points here. Blue has not invested that many points, although they are in the process of countering and bringing in more and more units. If they have this many units over here, that means that they're weak somewhere else. So let's look at where they are weak. Or weaker than Blue. Sparky has this area locked down. Couple of Maxes, Scimitars, Rapier. Rep has pushed his Volksskirmjäger forward. Good move. Yeah, they're doing a bit of a skirmish here. It's all lower end units here. If Blue wanted to, they could try pushing across here, but it is not easy. It's a really, really large open terrain. The only way to move through really is smoking. Smoking this is basically a big sign saying, hey, here I come. Brace for impact. And what happens usually is that Red or Blue, depending on which side is being invaded, then spams out a whole bunch of aircraft, a whole bunch of AT helicopters or anti-tank weapons from long range, and just squashes anything that hits the bridge. You could see artillery coming down on it as well, just as a delaying weapon or as a weapon that damages everything. Pushing across this bridge is not easy, but considering that Blue has quite a few more units over here with more potential, especially with a Merc 3, I'd say they might be able to push across here. And it is Blue's move. They still have a half hour left, but Blue is sitting behind on points. Not by that much, but they will lose. I believe that if the scores wouldn't change for the next 30 minutes, it would be a minor victory for Blue. Sorry, a minor victory for Red, not for Blue. No need to push the bridge when there is a navy out. Yes. Good point. Pushing out over this bridge is risky at the best of days. When these loaders are here, with a 5-kilometer range on the gun, it's going to be even more difficult. Look at these guys. Good use of the Panthers. Panthers, anti-tank range or anti-ship missile range 3850. Countering range is 2800. So the Lodas do not stand a chance. And they're exploiting that. And these things are actually far easier to resupply because you just put them down next to a fob. Whereas anti-ship missiles from ships need an actual LCU, which is a separate card in your deck. Now, the battle over here is remarkably static. Sparky does have a couple of units over here. I imagine Red would be able to see those. Yeah, they can just see them. They can even see the mortars. And the Mexes. Why are you not shelling these vehicles? Now you're too late. Now Sparky's gonna make his play. I hope it's enough. Good smokescreen here. The Grenzers will see them coming. One of these took a minor scratch to the paint by the looks of it. Nothing too serious. Oh, this is risky. That's an anti-material sniper rifle in the Senka. Aslav took a big hit from the Senka, but they were able to fight back. They need to go... Where's the CV? Here. Command infantry unit. That's where they need to go. Red can counter them with motor Schützen. Seeing a lot of vehicles over here which are not being used ideally. Now, a Grom is not an ideal anti-infantry weapon, I'll give you that much. But any bit of firepower you can put to bear on enemy infantry is a good one. I would also want the Highlanders pushing up. Because these guys only have an AT range of 525 and their anti-tank is dreadful. Highlanders have a range of 1000 and their anti-tank or anti-vehicle is very, very good. So if you have something like this helping you push, then there's a far better chance that you'll be able to do it. Now, there were some extenuating circumstances. Sparky was on the phone, he told me. He was not able to put his full attention towards the game. That is not ideal. And sometimes real life just gets in the way. And you get a phone call, you get the mailman, that happens more often than I care to admit. And you just get interrupted in your game. And that sucks. Shit just happens. Bringing in more units. What's Red bringing in? Red is not bringing in any new units just yet. Red has a pretty disturbing lack of reconnaissance here. What can Red see? That's blue. Red can see nothing. Blue cannot see a whole lot, but a little bit more. Of course, they won't see the units in the next door building. Or at least not usually, not until you're actually fighting. But blue has a bit more reconnaissance. Pathfinders. They got Volkskomjäger over there. Red has nothing. One reconnaissance infantry unit here. That could be a very risky situation because you don't see the units coming in time. And that's the problem. What year is this replay from? 2019. Yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yesterday. Let's see. Naval encounter. I'm pushing forward with the Pohangs. Sort of. Ways to eat pie. If you're moving forward with your Pohangs, disable the harpoons. Firing 2 harpoons is not going to work. Especially since the harpoons firing from the Pohang are coming out of tubes mounted on the port and starboard side. These things carry exactly 1 harpoon. Not exactly sure what you'd ever be able to sink with a harpoon short of maybe a Muna, if you get lucky. even then, you're going to need 2. If you want to use pohangs, you need to mass them. So, park your Congo sideways on, get your pohangs lined up in a row, select all the units, disable all the weapons, and then turn them all back on. And then dedicate all your missiles to go for 1 target. Speaking of targets, this silver menu is going to go down. It's going to explode pretty violently. And possibly take the Luda with it. If the Luda is exceptionally unlucky. No, not as bad. But there goes 1 guy. Metzger left. Okay. See, he just left. He didn't surrender, he left. That's usually an indication of connection issues. Sparky, any idea what happened to him? If you're still watching, that is. Any idea what happened? Switch back to neutral. How do you guys like this format so far, by the way? Because I gotta say, I like it a whole lot more than I'd expected. Normally I do these after-action reviews and I just talk about what I see on the screen, but now I can do a little bit more interaction with you guys. And I'm actually really enjoying that. I know I'm not answering nearly as many questions as you guys are probably throwing out there, but it's a bit hard to be doing commentary on the screen and look at the chat the whole time. But let me know. Any feedback is good feedback. Highlanders are pushing forward. See, I would want a bit more support from fire support units over here. I think that Sparky was using the motorized unit. And motorized don't have access to many fire support units, short of the Maxes or something like that. And Maxes on a map like this would be very helpful, but you'd need to bring them in from over here, say this line. Then you could hit the motor Schützen, maybe the motor Schützen over here. You just have to be careful of the Conquerors. Ideally, autocannons, napalm units, stuff like that. Those would be very handy in clearing this town, block by block. And unfortunately, this town, you really need to clear it block by block or you're not getting it. What the fuck was that? Primus. Cluster bombs? Don't do that much against infantry. They'll panic the shit out of them, and maybe that was his intention. Maybe that was the plan. And I mean, if that was the plan, perfect, it worked. But otherwise, if you're trying to drop on resupply or support units, transports, you don't need a cluster bomber for that. And by the looks of it, he was definitely going for the Highlanders. The whole area is clustered. Don't go... Nope, see, this is better. Now we're gonna get some damage in. There go the Highlanders. Well played. But that was a bit weird. Right flank. It's like they're preparing for something here. I probably didn't cover it, but it seems that there was some sort of skirmish on here at some point. How about left? This guy is throwing a wrench in the works. They are, however, able to spot this guy pretty easily. Just deploy some reconnaissance infantry on here. It's pretty much what I discussed in the previous replay. You just have to go at it from the other side. That's all that you need to do. Counter it. And if you're coming in from red or from that side and pushing this way, recon infantry here, drop it across the hill and kill the infantry. Boom. Done. And you got another +1. They're already sitting on a +1. I'm not exactly sure from what, though. India. India is not being countered. Now, India is not easy to counter for red. You can, if you're in a pinch, put a whole bunch of smoke up here. and just get an infantry or get a command vehicle or 2 or 3 and just keep moving them around. I did that a while ago in one of my replays. It's a lot of work, but if it makes the difference in the last couple of seconds of the game or the last minutes, you can actually get quite a few points out of that. Do I have a camera? No, at the moment I don't have a webcam connected. Besides, I'm not too interesting to look at. Red looks like it might be preparing for a counteroffensive here. See, these guys are really good. The M88s, you don't want those to be countering your infantry, because those autocannons, very, very effective against infantry, especially as they're jumping from building to building. Let's see what it looks like for red. Rip is pushing with Volkskrieger or trying. Sparky has to reinforce his diggers. Rip's coming in with reinforcements. Sparky with reinforcements. We got more guys coming in from Tuna. Oh, so Tuna's bringing in land units. I think that what might have happened is that Mercury and possibly Primus together were holding this town. And consider the fact that there was one lever here. And that was, I think... No, sorry, Metzger left. Blue is working with a 3 versus 4. Maybe a 2.5 versus 4 because Sparky was on the phone. I think that these guys thought, hey, we cannot hold this. Tuna, you need to stop with your naval expeditions and make an actual move in this town. We need your infantry. Now he has Motorschützen. He might be running a marine deck, but I'm not sure. AA in... What? They're bringing in more AA. Oh yeah, they're definitely countering this place now. However... Yeah, no, they can see quite a few of these ships. And they're doing that... possibly with this recon unit. They definitely know that there's a whole blue fleet over there. And blue knows that there's one Luda over here. They're not pursuing it because it is not a threat. They could, however, if they really wanted to, make a push. Especially if you have a Lafayette and, well, 2 Lafayettes and a Hatsuyuki. You can make a move. You can push out these ATGM units. And unfortunately, ATGMs cannot be countered by anti-ship missile defenses. So Seawiz wouldn't pick them up. But even so, I think they have enough hit points to make a move. And since you don't actually play for points, but you play for conquest points, so it's not destruction points, you can lose your ships if you have to. There's not a whole lot defending Bravo. If Ways to Eat Pie and Rip are able to make a move here, and at the same time execute a move here, then Red is going to have their attention and their forces heavily divided. Because this whole powerful force from Blue could make a massive attack towards this side, present itself as a threat, and then Red would have to dedicate more units, so more income towards this flank. Blue would then be able to get more infantry units in here. And since Red's attention and income is divided, they could probably make it work. What are the advantages and negatives of a marine deck? A marine deck is one that focuses heavily on the naval tab. So I recommend against bringing it in on a normal map. Only if you're absolutely going naval. And I mean you bring in absolutely fucking everything. You bring in ships, but you also bring in landing craft. That's when naval could work. Or a marine deck. Other than that, they miss quite a bit of firepower. I think at some point I might have used UK marine decks in urban settings. Maybe. But I'm not 100% on that. Because Royal Marines at Elite are definitely a powerful force. But other than that, you miss a lot of units. I think that especially with the UK Marines, you don't get any sort... Holy crap. Sorry, that was a bit distracting. You lose a lot of units. You lose a lot of capacity to bring in armor, sport vehicles. I don't think that you have a problem with reconnaissance. You can usually get some SBS or stuff like that. Vehicles, I'm not sure. But there are some of these specialization/nation combinations where it is just really hard to even spend all your 60 activation points. Sometimes you just cannot get that to work. Alright, so supposedly, let's see. I'm still looking for that deck, or for that replay, where somebody won a straight to the point in 4 minutes. I want to see how that worked, just for shits and giggles. Also, is this replay, this meme game available? No, not yet. Archduke, again, if you're still watching, I need access to the Dropbox file that you sent me earlier. It's a US General deck that you used in this Replay meme game. Yeah. I want to see that, but I can't access it. Try to make it available. Blue's a bit weak on this flank. But then again, red so far hasn't tried much. Voskamjäger with her Carl Gustav are doing a lot of work against that T-55. Yeah, that might have been a trial push. They do have a bunch of automatics here. Damn, Rapsip seems to be concerned that there might actually be a helicopter rush coming in, or any sort of other aircraft. That MiG-25 definitely got the damage done by the automatic there. What are you doing? And why are you pushing forward alone? Look at this guy. He's trying to take out a Conquerors with a Sea Whiz. Oh, that's glorious. This thing does do 1 HE. A Conquerors does have 1 armor. So, even if you're just using a Sea Whiz, it's going to take a bit of time. And now you're spawning in 2 Hujans and a Luda? I don't think that this is a good move. Prime reason. Oh, even an Udaloy. They're going for some really expensive counters here. At this point of the match, if you have 11 minutes left, this side is lost. If you see this many ships here, especially a Congo, and a bunch of Lafayettes and Hatsuyukis, don't try. You need to put an inordinate amount of points forward in order to counter these ships. Sending in Hujans, Udaloys, stuff like that is not enough. I think that in order to counter this, you'd be looking at an investment of 1,200, maybe 1,500 points. That's a lot to be countering a +1. And you'd need to kill every ship. You'd need to kill a command unit over here. You only have 10 minutes. It takes these ships quite a bit of time to counter this. So this push, these red ships, they're just not going to work. They simply don't have the firepower. They don't have the investment. It's not worth it. If you are indeed floating 1,500 points, then there are plenty of other locations where you can try to make a maneuver. Going around, for example, with a reconnaissance unit, worth it. Going around with a helicopter push, maybe not so much. Let's see what red can see. Red probably knows that they have some units spotting out this sector here. Yeah, they know that there's infantry in there. And they are not quite correct. It's a Panzer build, but at least I know there's something there. If they would send a whole bunch of helos, potentially with infantry around, and attack from the rear, or go for kilo, that would be far more effective use of all those points that they're currently investing in ships. The Hujans already fired their missiles separately by the looks of it. Luda fired 2, Udaloy fired all, and I don't think that they have a lot to show for it. What the hell are you doing? Why are you leaving? So you can pull back your MTLCUs because they're just explosives or explosive units waiting to happen. But moving all of them out? I'm not sure. Lootwolfer, you resent the link. Okay, good. Let me have a look at that. Let me check if it's here. Replay. Yep, 4 men straight to the point. Got it. Excellent. This one's almost done. Let me get that file and bring it over to my replays folder. Now, it looks like Sparky and Rip were completely countered in this town. They were pushed back, but even so, Red hasn't gained that much. Now, it is not easy to be pushing out all the infantry over here, all the vehicles or the support units. But if Red had massed those points that they were investing in ships, they might have been able to do it. Artillery, bit of mortar support, smoke screens. You're pushing into a bunch of Pathfinders, paratroopers. They could, well, with a bit of difficulty, they could take these buildings. Just shell them first, push in, smoke it up, clear it, move. Put up a command infantry unit here or there, or just have 2 command units, preferably, and you'd be countering this. They wouldn't get to 270 points, but this, I'd say, would be one of the positions where they might be able to counter, where they might be able to push back. Huh? What? I missed something interesting here. Ways to eat pie dropped off US Marines. And apparently they were able to kill off the command unit. However, at this point, they are outside of the sector. If Blue would... Let's see, they have a Congo, a Lafayette, and a Hatsuyuki. Hatsuyuki's taken severe damage. Oh, and 2 Pohangs. Yeah, they could definitely counter this force. You don't need to kill them, you just need to be in the same sector and you're gonna get points. That's really all that you would need doing. Yeah, they're lobbing out ship-to-ship missiles one at a time. And these ships are having none of it. Red seems to be getting a little bit more aggressive. They don't know that the Panzer Bill is there, but they knew there was an infantry unit. And Rip cannot see them. Oh. I thought they would be able to spot those units, but they're not. Okay. So if that's the case... This thing has good optics, though. They could still move around. Especially with 5 minutes left, you're gonna need to pull something like a miracle in order to counter it. Let's say they would do a helo rush. So you fly around, and you run into nothing. Don't go kill off all these vehicles, it's a waste of time. But you could counter the command vehicle here. You could kill the infantry. At that point, you would probably see some units try to spawn over here. By the time that you're in here, you have countered the air spawn. Unfortunately, it's a naval version, so air can also spawn here. On the normal version, it cannot. So in this type of map, they would be able to send in airplanes from over here as well to counter your helo push. But you would suddenly have a +3, potentially a +4 if you're able to kill the command tank. But that would be a bit hopeful, I think. Unless you have some really high-end AT weaponry that survived, you might be able to go for it. But it's tricky. It's tricky. Alright, I'm going to put this thing up a bit faster to see if anything other interesting happens. If not, we're just going to go to that 4-minute straight to the point game. I want to see how they did that. The only thing I would think would be possible is going with a full helo rush. That's going to be disgusting to see, but let's have a look at it. And who knows? F11C, bunch of blocks. Yeah, people are just digging in. Although... Oh no, we have a push here. How much does blue know? Blue knows there's 4 units coming their way. Blue, though, has a lot of infantry in reserve. I'm just not sure whether disembarked. I don't know whether out of their vehicles. Not my finest hour again. Yeah. Let's see what they're also going to be facing. More transports. Next time, if you're pushing, do me a favor and ask your friends to back you up. Because they had a lot of units over here, which would have been useful. Too late. Too late. I mean, with 50 seconds or 45 seconds left on the clock, they're never going to get to 270 points. The only way that they could win is to kill every single command unit. Good luck with that. With 2 ships surviving. So this is just a last-ditch effort trying to get some, I don't know, some units killed. Because other than that, there's really no use. You could argue that just surrendering and stacking up for a new game would be a better use of your time. Okay, let's have a look at that 4-minute game. Who won this game? Which side? I want to know that first, because I want to see what they're bringing in. This game was sent in USA and France. Okay, so we're looking at blue. Loot waffle. Don't see you in here. Golem's meme team, is this blue? Okay. 6 minutes? And that's including deploying units? Alright then. I'm seeing attack markers. Iron. Phase line spastic. Okay. Eagle Eye and Carl. This is going to be rough. Celtics. UEs. Command helos. Or command infantry. Ah, and there's the meat of the attack. Cassiopes. Tigers. I'm expecting a lot more helicopters here. A lot more. In the meanwhile, if you have a good replay, be sure to send it in. And I'll have a look at that one next. Lynx 3, Tiger Hap. Eagle Eye goes there. Legion goes there. House Harkonnen goes there. Meme Machine. Okay. Hot damn, it's a busy day in the skies. Okay, so what did they send in? Daps, Cassiopes, Haps, Tigers, Longbow for scouting, I suppose. A whole bunch of helos with infantry, but I'm not sure if he's part of the push. Slow it down a bit. Damn. Chopping off some part of the trees there. But this is not the whole push. I don't think so. See, there's another swarm of helos. More daps. More daps. That's a lot of choppers. Hell yeah. Do some 10v10s. Do you mean actually play a 10v10 or have a look at a replay for a 10v10? Zoom out. Oh. This is indeed not the only group of helicopters. There's a second one. This is where the rest of the Brits are going. Ironside pushing with Lynx AH7. So far they only scored 215. Does Red know they're here? Red does not know they're here. Red knows that the Daps are here. Where are Red's forces? What? What the hell? Where is Red's force? I'm not seeing any sort of counter-helicopter offensive from Red. On straight to the point. I'm seeing quad-stack T-72s, that's for sure. And more RD than I would care to count. Did they already... No, never mind. And say goodbye to your infantry unit. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Scratch one helo. Scratch two. Tunguska's down. 2. Tunguska's down. 3. And 4. All dead. That cost them a couple of helos, but nothing too severe. Right flank. They're countering and missing. Lynx 3. Accuracy 70%. Boom. Misses. Okay, so that's India done. Maybe Red is saving up for a naval unit. A naval push. I mean, it is straight to the point. People play this because they like ships. Or they want to use them. Neva's pushing. Nevas don't really know what hit them. What are you firing at? Medium Arty says Tipper Patton. Would that be you? It would not. Okay. Blue just spawned on a bunch of ships. I doubt those are going to be useful. How many CVs does Red have left? 1? What? 1, 2. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is Red just going to quit? Because they got about 60 seconds to do it. Now, this I like. Cassiopes, not sitting still, but just going full ham. There's another CV dead. Another one. This is going to be a bit of a tougher thing to crack with Cassiopes. Tigers don't have the capacity to kill that. Plenty of Red players are now leaving. They found the CV. Oh, I stand corrected. At short range, Cassiopes are absolutely murderous against command tanks. That's their main spawn gun. And the last CV is over here? No. There. That one. Now, when I see attacks like these, I'm always a bit torn. Because on the one hand, it's completely abusing a helicopter offensive. I mean, this really isn't fun for anybody. There's no tactical plays here, there's no strategic maneuvering, nothing. On the other hand, I'm thinking they're doing a good job pushing through. And they are making a killing, literally. They're neutralizing the enemy extremely quickly, circumventing all assets that they don't need to kill. and they won about, or they killed the enemy. I don't know. I don't know. You guys be the judge of that. Let me know what you think about that in chat. Anyway, let's actually play Wargame. Let's see if there's any... Failed to connect to server. What the hell? That's interesting. What is going on here? Okay. Let me check what's going on there. Why can I suddenly no longer connect to the server? Are the servers down for you guys as well, or is it just me? Nope. The hell? Steam is up. You're logged on. Okay. Let me try restarting the game. Connect. And it's connecting. Okay. Whatever. Multi. Straight to the point. I'm not doing straight to the point. Mud fight. That's a debrief, so it's going to take a bit of time before that actually fills up. I could jump into an empty server and see how fast that fills up. Tactical game, yeah. This one, I think. We could fill half of a tactical game. I think we could fill more than half of a tactical game. It's 46 people watching. So yeah, we could definitely field a tactical. Let's go into an empty room. One thing I've tried recently is the Eugen servers. The maps that I tried were Gyol. So that's Riha and Mimas, I think. They immediately crash your game. Don't do that. Okay. 10v10 only. Don't look at the Eugen servers. Rex and Rocks. What's that again? It's a conquest game. Yeah, we could try that. Alright, I'll let you guys be the judge. Red or blue? Stream sniping alert. Yeah, probably. I'm going to have to set up a delay, but I'm not sure if I can do that while I'm streaming. That's the problem. Yeah, I can set it up while I'm streaming. Okay, I've set up a stream delay for 120 seconds. I'm just not sure how fast that's going to kick in. Let's see. Daily Gamers. Are there any good Daily Gamer servers out there at the moment? Let's see, hide the empty ones for now. This is straight to the point. This is a tactical. We could go into this one. I think this might fill up a little faster. Red 4. Empty one's good. Paddy Field's good. Oh, yeah. That's not... Yeah, interesting. This is not Mudfight. This is Paddy Field. Alright, I'm going to jump over to this one. Asia, US2, minus 20% tactical. And we're going to go for red. Flavan already beat me to it. Now... This forest, infantry on infantry. This area, very open, usually armor on armor. Sometimes helos. Air power in this game is not easy. It's generally hard countered by a lot of AA. I could go air. I could go in with Formosus. I have a USSR mechanized deck that I can use. Poland. Finnish motorized. AA? What's my AA deck? That's a half-empty deck. Not doing that. Okay. Project Awesome server is open. Oh, never mind. Let's go with a tactical USSR. Motorized. I'll back up these guys. Let's see, we got Fractional, Savis Passum, Tortoise, Jap, Obliteran. I don't know most of these guys, by the way. Gotta stay away from Twitch then. Yeah, I don't know how much we're gonna get sniped in this game. That's a bit of a risk. Victor, you made a beginner's guide for tacticals on YouTube. Can you send me a link to that through my email, stealth@stealth17gaming, and I'll have a look at it. If it's any good, then I'll definitely plug that on my channel. Okay, red's filled up. Blue is filled up. Let the stream sniping begin. And then somebody from blue left. Oh, we got no airbornes? There's one airborne. Okay. Baltic, Poland, USSR, Eastern Bloc, Armor, Airborne. We're definitely going to be seeing the Corps Mariniers, the Dutch ones. NORAD, mech, support. NORAD support. Bring on the Edacams. And then 109A6. And somebody left. What is this, though? EOD team. This is going to be interesting. Our one armored player. I don't really have an armored deck ready to go. So I'm just going to have to go with the mechanized. If we don't have an armored player, then we're going to be using subpar tanks. That could be problematic. Especially out in the open, if blue does have tactical decks. Artillery stream sniping, yeah, probably. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. Where is my command unit? Here. Okay. Infantry CV. Oh, damn it, I was hoping we'd be on this side, because supporting the tree line pushes from this side is a bit easier. Where else can we go? Where else can we go? Who is going Boris? I need a bit of intel on who's going where with what sort of units. Okay, Flavin has the same idea, going with BMPTs and T-72s. There is something else that I can do. I usually have decks which are especially built around units like the BMPT or any sort of elite unit. But that does not mean that the other ones are not elite. I can still go with an SU-27 or an SU-27M or 25T or MiG or 29S. Sparky's going Boris. Okay, cool. That's going to be helpful. Recon is pretty bad. My infantry is veteran. I do have elite Spetsnaz, but they're really expensive with the 24 Delta. 30 seconds left. So Flavin's going to be supporting What the hell? Sparky's trolling me. He's not going Boris. I don't see anybody going this side. I see a lot of infantry going this side, but nothing else. That concerns me greatly. Okay, I got 2 BMP-3s. I didn't get to spawn in the BMP-T, unfortunately. Alright. Let's not look at the base too much. Because if there is somebody stream sniping, I don't want them seeing the coordinates. They don't need recon, no. If you want to stream snipe, then that is going to happen. There's not a whole lot that I can do about that. And I will be their recon, in some sense. EOD is sending tanks over there. Longbow. Yep. And DAPS. This could be helpful. Yeah, or that. Yay, finally an SU-27PU at elite. 2 big AA missiles coming in from Fedor. Roger. Going left. Dap's dead. Good job. If there's Dap's dead, we might also be able to take out that longbow while it's out in the open. Oh, that's non-elite infantry, sir. Cardinal sins right there. I'm going to be bringing in 1 team of Spetsnaz. That is less than ideal. But it... Really? That's interesting. The hell are you doing? What was that? Never mind. Dismount. Yeah. I want the BMP-3s in a position where they can support, so that would be about here. One, 2, 5s. What they got here? Reconnaissance helo, maybe? Check command surrenders. That is not good news. That's red. That means that Flavin possibly got units there. AA. I don't have any AA. I can bring in a Tor or an Igla. Holy crap. Okay. Those are yours. What do you mean those are mine? Drop it off. Couple of kills there. That's a lot of infantry. And that's high-end infantry at that. Haebyungs, KM900s. Ooh, this is not good. Kill the Chumats quickly. Get the Haebyung. I need the BMPTs on this side now. I need the Spetsnaz over here. Fall the BMP-3s back. These guys are making good use of smoke. It's getting more difficult to counter there. Split up my infantry force. Either they're spotting that thing, or something else is going on. This is not a tactical, guys. Well, sorry. Yeah, this is a tactical, but it's not conquest. You don't need that CV over there. Chukyon Sa on the left. Here come the Haebyung. Attack move through that forest. There's the V150. Take that thing out. It's a fire support unit. Thank you. Let's get some supports. Shit. There's the Leclerc again. We're gonna take that thing out. We're gonna have to do it with the Motostrel K90. Not the Spetsnaz. Hello, Navy SEALs. Oh, damn it. Who is firing already at my position? Please stop. This is not helping. Spetsnaz survived, but only just. Mixed tenor C. Is that Leclerc still out here? Oh yes it is. Ooh, it's very close. Shit, there's the Navy SEALs. I'm not going up against that grenade launcher. Not if I don't have to. Navy SEALs are countering. I could use those mortars right about now. Just gonna have to slowly move these things forward. Fall back. Forced fire going on here. I'm the only one who has infantry. I'm not even in infantry deck. I shouldn't be here. Or... that's not entirely true, but I would like a bit more units to support me. Spetsnaz get healed up. I hit something and I killed it. I wonder how much. Points... 40. Yeah, moving. These guys especially. What are we doing? 725, 695. 8 adds in Fedor. Not my problem. If you want to push in Gregory in the forest, I can get flank. Okay. I'm sorry, but that's not likely to happen. There's the Leclerc again. Let's hit the commandos. Stop. Keep moving. Hello. Wrong side of the woods. Get out of here. Empty. Get ready, yep. I'm not exactly sure what I'm facing here. Oh, it's an AMX-10RC. I can handle that. I just cannot handle both. That's one. Need you falling back. Spetsnaz pushing forward. Need 55 points to get another single unit of infantry here. Oh, hello! Wasn't expecting you so soon. Should have. Come on! Oh, close. Fall back. Get out of here. That's their transport dead. There's Delta pushing on that town. That's gonna get them killed, the Conkers. Okay, he saw that marker. I can't hit those. I cannot hit those. Okay, so whatever's remaining of my forces is not doing too well. Nope, fall back here. I want you guys stopping. Mistral. We can kill the Mistral. They're moving. They are moving. That's good tactical management. Fire and maneuver. I'm gonna bring in my own logistics too. Should give up Gregory and focus on Boris. Yeah. We don't have anything that can move into Boris, even if we wanted to. I mean, Flavin's currently holding the line with T-72s, which all have their guns disabled, so he's definitely not planning on something. Let's shell the position of that logistics helo. Maybe I can hit something. That's the Deltas. I think the Delta force is dead. Oh. Oh, damn it. He saw that. Fuck. Those were expensive. The amount of BMPTs that are getting detracked. This is not going to go well. We need more infantry. Why do we have all these guys over here? Maybe I shouldn't have looked at that, because if somebody is stream sniping, they just know exactly where we have a flank. We also have a large portion of units on the right flank. There, blue, now you're fully up to date. Go bother somebody else. Surprisingly, all my Motostrelki and my Spetsnaz so far have survived. I really did not expect that to be a thing. I thought they would be dead. Alright, I need you guys back up to full strength. Excellent. I could call in Sapri 85 and a BTRT. You're good to go, and you're good to go. Out of range. So far the scores are very, very close. 1140, 1150. This game can go either way. Overall, I'd say Blue's doing better than we are, though, because they have more terrain. And as such, more income. And that could be annoying. I also don't like that thing pushing around. You're gonna have to intercept that. Suppose you were trying to counter. No. You didn't just send in an issue 25T against a Hachi Nanashiki. That would be a big waste. And yet, I think that's exactly what happened. See, this is how you deal with that. Was that really necessary? Killing something or sending in something that big? Alright, where's my new unit? Here. Okay, it's gonna take a while to get here. Now, who... Yeah, I think Titanium. Titanium put down the napalm wall. I wonder if that's going to help us. Or hinder us. It could go either way. It could go either way. The Leclerc is still sitting there? Ballsy move. Can we hit that with a BMP 3? Maybe? With a missile? Oh, it's being smoked up. Damn. Back it up a little. Nope, smoke line's too thick. No joy. But why is it sitting there? Are they baiting us? Is he saying pushing T-72S or T-72s plural? Plural. They are getting shot in. That was a transport. Yep, it's moving. No, it's not moving. That was another transport that was moving in. What is going on? Hit. I think. Yep, that was a Metis that struck it. Hello, Delta. And Navy SEALs. And transport. Transport's dead. T-72 is going toe-to-toe with the Leclerc and winning. Ceasefire on the mortars. Relocate. Hold. These Motostrelki are not doing too well. Get you moving there and dropping off. Spetsnaz need to join up quickly. We could counter this sector. Just to get a bit more income. BMPT support. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. I need that Logi to move here. And I could use another one. Alright, move up. I wonder what we're going to find once we clear this hill. Attack move. Hold. Contact. Not what I was expecting. But I'll take it. Second 1-2. Goodbye. Expecting a counter now. Attack move. Come on. You'll be able to spot something down here. More Humvees coming in. Commandos. Engage. Spatsnaz, push. The BMP-2 will not be able to help me here. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this with the mortars. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Spatsnaz can. Whoa! Why are you sending in a Ka-29? That's not really what we need. Oh, crap. Crotal. No more Crotal. Are they dead? Whoa. Hold on. What was that? Fire. Rifleman. You're gonna have to get out of here. I was gonna say you're gonna have to look a little closer. Goodbye, Spatsnaz. It was fun while it lasted. We're out of here, boys. Got a bit of damage in. You guys are still healing. Is a Humvee pushing through? A second one? Okay. We're a little ahead on points, but not by much. 150 only. And the LPR zone. Red. Flavin, you just got extra units. Okay, you guys need healing up. You don't. I'm not sure if he quit. Fuck. What happened to my mortars? That happened to my mortars. Gonna flank left. Alright. Good luck with that. He does have his recon. You guys need healing up. Oh, there's the Mistrals again. I'm gonna bring in a couple more mortars. I do need those to stun lock the enemy units. What is that? That would be infantry. Not elite. But still risky. Fractional. Let's see if the BMP... Nope. Come on. I'm being spotted. If that M1A1 turns around, it's going to one-shot it. Fall back. Let's move you over here. And then over here. There's the M1A1. And it's currently sitting nose on to my units. So that's going to be hard to counter. Also, we do not have recon. Shit. T-chip left the game. That's a blue. That's a VAB. That was a VAB. Get out of here. Go. Go. Shit. That was the M1A1. Hit on the M1A1. Damn it. Get out of here. Mostrelki are dead. Fall back. We are not pushing here. This is too dangerous. We don't have the units, and they do. Especially against the starship with that monstrous 152, we are not going to win it. Especially not with... If you're gonna bring something in, make sure it has some veterancy on it. Like that. Damn it, we're losing this whole area. Rangers, possibly Navy SEALs. The whole bonanza's over here. More Rangers. Couple of vehicles. There's the starship. I wonder how good their AA cover is. Might not be that good. If not, then maybe the 24D can buy me a little bit of time with the rocket pods. Just make sure you don't get your ass too close. One set of Rangers down, 2 sets. Yeah, that sort of helps. That was a nice kill. My guys are now elite. Excellent. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not good. Get out of here. Yeah, fuck. Kill the Rangers. Then kill the Riflemen. Riflemen should be dead. I think they burned to death. But we don't have a guarantee on that. Flavin's not having a good time there against the Leo 2A5. Points, 2,900, 2,600. We are winning-ish. That's no thanks to me. Yep. See, this is not what this deck is designed to do. I'm on the other team. This is better than Maglan. Really? Are you that low? Anything that comes crawling out of that napalm, I might be able to hit. However, my infantry is very close. Something hits this. Yeah, they were stream snipe probably. I knew that was a possibility. No, resupply and then go here. What you got there? K1. Very nice. Just don't get it too close to my units if you don't mind. There's the K1. Need to put a bit of smoke between me and him. 'Cause I'm not sure how much terrain cover we still have. And he's taken a hit. Go. His tracks hit. That's going to slow him down a bit. Ooh, that nearly nailed him. Shit. That's not what I ordered. Uh-oh. I thought that was going to be a bomber. Fall back. Yep, stream sniped again. See, this is why I was not planning on playing. Because some people are just too pathetic. And they just stream snipe the shit out of it. Next time I'm going to be playing on a 15-minute delay. But that's no fun either. Because with a 15-minute delay, you could be seeing something and the situation by the time that you make a comment. Yeah, I have been moving my mortars every time. The moment that I move it to a 15-minute delay, then it's going to suck, because you could make a comment on something that's happening, and that happened 15 minutes ago. And these keyboard warriors are going to go, oh look, there's another unit. Oh look, where's my arty? Where's my BMP? Here. Hello, Commander Marines. Commander Marines are not picking a fight. Does that mean they're baiting? Or does that mean that they are not properly backed up by anything? Fall back a little. MBT-70. This guy is definitely using everything at elite. What you got there? That's a Hemet. High expended mobility tactical truck. Enemy armor location. No. I know that there's plenty of vehicles in there. I know that the RPG-7 VR can do a lot of damage to it. I just don't know how fast they can do that. Reservations only before streams. Yeah, that's an interesting option. There's the M1A1. Good hit. There's the MBT-70. Good hit. Yeah, they just don't output enough damage fast enough. That's the problem. And kill. There's the starship. With his monstrous gun. Modestrelki are dead. They'll knock it a second shot off. Oh, they will. Well, it was a bit of damage. It was not enough damage. These guys just went elite, so they killed something. I just don't have enough infantry or enough points to back it up with more infantry now. Even if I'd wanted to. Oh, you nailed it! Way to go, gentlemen. Yeah, we're gonna lose this game. Period. There's the Commander Marines. Damn it. What is that? Mortar support. Otherwise they died very, very quickly. Navy SEALs. I will not be able to counter that. Enemy team is 70%. We have a little more. 39 versus 37. This can still go either way. But I'm concerned about Cheriton. And our non-existent levels of income. Maybe this BMP-3 can also help out with the infantry. What do we have here? When stream snipe something, stream snipe this, because currently it's not doing anything useful. Oh. That's expensive. And out of fuel. No bit donations available. I don't think I've set that up yet, actually. I'll have to look into that and make sure you can do that next stream. Did we kill that jet? No, we didn't. That's a Raven. 4,000 points. If I need to spend something, it's going to have to be on something that actually makes sense. Get over here. And then get to the front line. Don't resupply ammo though. We don't need that. Otherwise it's gonna pump everything into my mortars. No joy. How many points do I have? 380. Damn it, I've been feeding badly this round. I suppose the stream sniping doesn't help. Yep, stream snipe probably. Yeah, I have an interesting replay now. Well, yes and no, because it is quite hard to look at stream sniping, or to at least identify it properly. It's possible, but it's not easy. And even if I did, would that really make an interesting video? Because I personally don't think so. I'd be going, yeah, look, stream sniping. And people are just going to change their username anyway. Damn it. Fortunately, I still had a CV in there. Should have done that before, though. I just didn't know it was that bad. Marines double stack of 30. Ooh. Juicy. I just need a bit of eyes on it. And through that tree line, it's not going to be easy to get to. Fortunately, they don't seem to be pushing up this ridge anymore. Let's move forward. Hello, Navy SEALs. And there's the Dutch Marines. They will not be able to hold out for long. Because this joint US-Dutch murder machine is going to roll through that forest. And we simply don't have the infantry to back it up with. Ow. Come on, nail that thing quickly. Send an Arcan, and you got it. 4,000 for... Well, 130 ahead. And they're still sending a 2A5 into that forest. Oh, Rifleman 90. You missed. You missed. That's a Humvee. We're not sending an Arcan. Okay, we're sending an Arcan against a Humvee. And you didn't even hit it. Oh, hell no. Yep, that happened. Lovely. What you got here? That's an AA unit. We're even. Is that a Bradley? I was not quite able to see that. Okay. If they keep pushing through here, then any sort of support vehicle that I bring in is going to have a bad time. A BMPT could do a lot of damage against the infantry, but I don't think it's going to be doing particularly well against a Leopard 2A5. These guys might sideshot a Leopard 2A5 if they see it. Unfortunately, they do not have a lot of reconnaissance. My recon units in this deck are non-existent because they're not really supposed to be there. Sending in an aircraft at this point is both unaffordable and unwise. What you got there? Is that the Dutch Marines? That would be the Dutch Marines. Yep. A lot of them. Tempted to send an Mi-24 VP, but I don't think it's going to live long enough to do much damage there. I might want to pull this thing out. Estimate where they're going to go. 4,000, 4580. This is going to get us 35 points each. If we hit them, that is. Which is still not guaranteed. I'm not sure if they're dead. Just looking away, resupplying my transport when I... Yeah, but are they dead or not? Oh, ADATs. Lovely target. And the Conquerors would agree. And nails it. Well done, you. Yep, the Dutch Marines are still here. I'm not going to counter that with infantry. I know I have 100 points. But it's very risky to call in anything at this point. That's an MBT 70. Looks like it'll be a draw. Yes, I think so too. Whoa! That's a push. I cannot afford any unit here. Not a plane anyway. Maybe a helo. Fuck it. Reacquire. I just hope that they don't have AA here. If they do... MI-24. Make it happen. $47.15, $47.45. Very close. Are you still not dead yet? Not dead yet. Scoreboard is not going to be pretty. At all. I need eyes on them. And the cheapest recon I can afford is this. Hold on, what was that? Only fire those Kokon M's when I tell you to. MBT 70. And it's gonna fall soon. Yeah, I think so. But it won't be cheap. That could be our saving grace. This might cost us the game. The 100 points, yeah. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Right, on it. Let's keep this helo moving around. Oh, hello. Yeah, missed. Nice try. Stream snipe harder. I'm not sure if this is a stream snipe on the CV. It might be, or they're just trying to figure out what exactly RCV is doing. And yes, it could be here. Yes, it could be there. I'm not sure. That's the MBT 70 again. Fall it back. This time around, I do want you to resupply with ammo. And he dies. Uh-oh. Was he going in for the gun, for the missile run on my helo, or was he trying to nail the command unit? They've never seen it. No, correct, they haven't seen it. But this is one of the likely locations for a command unit to be in. That's why I'm thinking that it's not a stream snipe per se. It could just be somebody extrapolating where RCV is likely to be. What is that? 2A5. It's boxy enough. Hold. Do we want to try to hold Anna? No. We do not. Or at least I don't. Because I don't think it's going to work out particularly well. Oh dear. Starship over there. Get out. I need eyes. What do we have here? I can't quite see it. See if he's coming to base. Okay, good. That's another 100 points that they will not be able to take. Delta Force. You're gonna have to take those guys out before they get to the safety of the tree line. So now would be a really good time. And he's taking missile fire. He's going down. Fuck. Well, at least we know that wasn't a stream snipe. That's refreshing. Yeah, no, that was unlucky. That was just stupid. Hoping that a vehicle like that would survive. Alright, this is not going to go very well. $440, $615. Yeah, about as well as it can be expected, I guess. Now, I think that this guy... Hold on. Let me pull up chat. This guy might be the one stream sniping. Nobody's that good. Checking. Let's have a look. Loading this is taking quite a bit of time. There we go. Okay. So, you, what are you bringing? Fractional, Possum, fine. Atacams. Curiosity killed the cat. Well, I think Atacams killed the cat, if anything. He has to get a minimum distance. Moving back, moving back. Let's see. Hold. What are you firing at? What are you firing at exactly? Missile airborne. Somewhere far, far back of Alpha. Yeah, this is our stream sniper. QT Ubivashka. Look at that! I'm sorry, but those things did not fire. I believe that those things were mobile. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, but that's pathetic. Was that counter battery? I don't think so. I think that was sniper battery, if anything. Was it? Was it really counter battery? You weren't looking there at the beginning. No, I was intentionally keeping my attention like here. So he wouldn't be able to see the guys all the way back there. Absolutely not. So yes, that might have been counter artillery. Still. Anyway, this is all I have time for today. Gotta get up pretty early tomorrow, and I think 2.5 hour stream is good enough. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for helping me test the streaming thing. Let me know what you think about it, and I hope you enjoyed it most of all. I definitely enjoyed it. I'll probably be doing this again. And you'll see on the channel when that's going to happen, what sort of format it's going to be, and how the games are going to be played. Anyway, again, thank you for watching, thank you for joining, thank you for helping me test the live stream, and I'll see you soon for either more videos here or more live streams. Good night.